Keith Johnson here. Welcome to part 2 of road tripping haunted Pawtucket, Rhode Island. On the morning of the winter solstice, 1907, the lifeless body of Mr. Albert Jackson was found floating in the Blackstone River. For reasons unknown, he'd apparently been trying to traverse the Blackstone River, and his foot had been caught wedged into a rock. Perhaps he was inebriated, we don't know. But the following morning, the body of Albert Jackson, age 22, was lifted by a block and tackle up by the bridge, the Main Street Bridge. In fact, a local resident of Pawtucket had to row out and use an oar to pry his foot from the rocks. Over the years, there have also been a number of suicides occurring from people leaping off of the Main Street Bridge.
Want a picture? Get in the picture.
Yeah, come on.
1, 2, 3. Smile. Cheese. Later. She's good. She knows a lot of stuff. This girl will teach you a lot about this. Want a picture? Get in the picture.
Yeah, come on.
1, 2, 3. Smile. Cheese. Later.
to haunt you. Well, as fate would have it, this lady did pass on prior to her husband. She was interred in Precious Blood Cemetery. Her husband did indeed marry the lady's sister. Now, that great flood, Hurricane Diane, August 1955, that woman's coffin was one of those washed out of its grave, slid down the earthen embankment, went into the river, was borne away with the current of the river, and her coffin eventually came to rest on her former husband's front lawn with the lid open. Now, I so like to believe that story to be true because it must have busted up the new couple's weekend. You told me you'd never see her again. Okay.
You know the last name?
No, I don't. I can find out for you because it's in the library. Yeah, but it's a true
That way
story.
if we know any like grandchildren we teach.
Almost too good or too morbid to be true. Yeah, spread that one around. Okay, now, all right. 4 years ago, I was walking down this walkway in the early evening around this time, and I found myself composing, which I suppose is infinitely preferable to decomposing, and I came up with this rhyme. It is called Nether River, like a Netherland, Nether River. Looking down the Blackstone River causes me to quake and shiver when I think it might deliver those sad souls whose lives were claimed. Ceaselessly I see it flowing, with the chill wind softly blowing, and I pause here, never knowing of those lost ones left unnamed. Moonlight on the water gleaming, carried by the river streaming, spirits flown that now are dreaming of this river never tamed. Let's go inside. Thank you.
I'm feeling there is one person in here that is being followed by a child.
Oh,
There's like,
do you know the person? I mean,
yeah, I can
yeah.
blonde lady with a red and white jacket. There is a child behind it that you can see occasional, like the dark, a little bit of flitter behind it. Right here it's cold.
Yeah, I feel it. I don't feel the cold. I feel it.
No, right here.
I feel the breeze. Yeah, I got touched right. Oh my goodness, right there.
Okay.
Right here.
I don't.
72 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature's fluctuating. It's dropped and gone up again.
Windowsills. Look at that level.
Right, right.
Because, no, here it is again.
Go up to the windows, you can feel that there's no air currents coming.
Yeah, you feel it, it's right here
So-
I know, I felt it near me.
Step, feel it right here.
I feel it over here.
Yeah,
on
it's
my
cold,
chest.
it's right here.
Probably nobody
Yeah.
will be scratched or pinched here.
And it's so humid tonight.
I know it is.
And it's so odd.
All right, I'm speaking to the person that remains here working in Wilkinson Mill. We've heard you, you've been photographed. If you are here tonight, we invite you to make yourself known. We keep in mind that this is your mill, your place of work. We are your guests. We don't wish to intrude. We won't be here for too long. But let us know you're here, please. If you have something to say, some message to impart, please let us know. A week ago tonight, we heard voices in there, disembodied voices. Actually sounded to me like two women talking, which didn't make any sense because women wouldn't typically be down here. Did anyone see that episode of Ghost Hunters when the team was here, the TAPS team was here overnight? They say a little boy was crushed in the water wheel.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there wouldn't be children working here typically, but if you can imagine an accident, it must have happened at least a few times. This mill's long history. Is the temperature dropping?
Yeah, me too.
You too? Yeah, me too.
Yep. I was just gonna say that.
All right. Steve, you picking up anything?
Yeah, actually, there's vibrations. I keep feeling the posts, and there are vibrations in the posts right now. You can actually feel this in the support post. This one, anyway, you can definitely feel it. But
Freezing though.
as far as like a heaviness or cold spots or anything like that, nothing out of the ordinary as far as that's concerned. But there's definitely some sort of vibration on this pole here. You can feel it. It's right within the building itself. Because you want to feel this? See if you feel the same thing I do. You feel almost like a wavering.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. You can actually feel it wavering.
Oh my word, Stephanie.
All right, you may have noticed we have brought females into your mill. Women folk here. I realize that is a violation of mill protocol. You would not have women working down here or meandering about. So if you want us to leave, if you are displeased with that, please give us a sign. Let us know and we will depart. We'll leave anyway. We'll just leave a little sooner if you give us a sign. We are now in the Sylvanus Brown House, built 1758.
Pain in my head, pain in my head. Open my eye.
Pressure, pain.
Pain.
And I brought a nursery rhyme, one that you would have heard, our child would have heard in the 1800s. It's the only one I could find from that era.
Rest your bones beside my bed. Lay your hands upon my head. Cast your spell of slumber deep, and stay beside me as I sleep. If I should die before I wake, I grant to you my soul to take, my soul to take, soul to take.
Have you heard of dowsing rods? They've been incorporated into paranormal investigation. We don't know how or why they work, and they don't always. A week ago, I tried to get these to move for me. They would not move, but they moved for a lady. Remember Joan, who was standing over here?
Yeah.
They moved for her, but would not for me. Now, the code I use is for yes, affirmative. The rods will move apart from each other, towards me. For no, they cross over at the tip, and they can point and gesture. So let's see if we can get a response. I can't manipulate these on my own. They have to move or not. Will you answer, Becca?
Actually, yeah, they're coming to the room where the loom is located. There was an extraordinary heaviness near the loom. Walking back a few steps, it dissipated. Getting closer to the loom, yes, there was a heaviness there. You'd almost swear there was like someone sitting there, like weaving cloth. You could, in my mind's eye, I was hearing the click clack that would be associated with hand weaving. So it was a freaky experience. Some of the other people in here, I noticed they were grabbing at themselves as if they were being touched. Maybe they were a little afraid to say anything because they'd be afraid to be ridiculed, whatever. But yeah, it was a pretty active night. There was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to coming again and again and again, as I've always been there. And next time I'm going to bring the whole team with me. So I just want to thank you, Keith, and I want to thank Carl for another excellent night here at Sylvanus Brown House. And the weather is perfect. A little bit of rain, a little bit of lightning, a little bit of fog. Perfecto. Okay, come on down. See the guys here at the Sylvanus Brown House, the Wilkerson Mill, and the Slater Mill here in Pawtucket, Roosevelt Avenue. Don't miss it.
Oh my God, Kelly.
That's what you felt? It's the
But it's
cold.
cold right here.
Ooh, okay.
Right.
I think we found our little friend.
Something else. I don't know what's coming through here, but something else.
Like,
you feel this, right?
Sit
I'm
down
not-
at the table.
I'm not making this up.
Oh, I know it.
I see roses.
Yes. Well, I don't know if I should call this a seance, but I think when you're in a darkened room with candles burning, talking to a spirit, it's pretty much a seance, by whatever name.
Who had roses?
That's my name.
That's your name?
Rose.
Rose.
Someone is with you. Someone is watching over you right now. And he wanted me to know and tell you something.
Does somebody else want to try dowsing rods? You're not required to. but
I totally do.
You know why? Because we had such good experience. It's a remarkable sensation, what you feel in your hands.
Kindred, I hear
Okay,
kindred.
who first?
Can I?
Okay.
Okay, you go too.
No, we'll have a few.
Okay, hold this. All right, so
It might snag a little bit here, but
Did you know you
you
were
hold them
holding
straight
it?
out in front of you, make sure your hands aren't locked, yep, like that. And you can see if they just do anything or want to know, but ask, you can ask a question, like whatever you'd like.
Somebody give me a question.
She looks like her.
Does she- what's that?
Does that have to be yes or no?
Somebody give me a question.
She looks like her.
Does she- what's that?
Does that have to be yes or no?
It helps yes or no, but she can count, she can point to things, you can ask her.
Doesn't move my finger.
Oh,
Hold on, I gotta hold it.
Yeah, just hold it like, kind of like that, but without gripping too tight, yeah, that's good.
Hi, Becca. Where are you, my darling? Do you like me?
Yeah, she likes you.
She likes me.
She does.
She
So,
seems to, she's pretty
She is
affirmative.
comfortable.
Yeah.
wow.
Or she might be
Very
gesturing like to
personable.
everybody in the room and, you
Does
know,
she like
around.
Those are my
dancing?
grips. You like dancing?
Do you
Okay,
like
someone
Rose?
else.
Ask her if she likes Rose.
Going to you.
It's going to me, Steven. What am I asking? If she likes Rose.
Do you like Rose?
Trying to say
Oh,
something.
she is. It's not her.
It's not bad.
Are you Becca? Are you someone else?
Do you think Kate is pretty? Sorry, Kate.
Are you here with us? She doesn't like the light. You can. Do you like us being here? If you don't like us being here, separate the rods.
And if someone could roll the ball around a little?
Follow the ball. Where's the ball going? Look at them turning.
What are you picking up on?
A man. I feel a man.
Can you describe this man?
Brown hair, mustache, cap with a little tassel. Mustache.
What era does he seem to be from?
1800s.
Do you see him doing anything in particular?
Standing there like this. With his fingers like that. And he's looking. He's not saying anything.
Are you picking up on a name or anything?
No. He's there for a reason, though.
Do you think he's someone who lives here?
Yes. Yes.
Does he have a family here?
Yes. We used to go to sea, he said. Out to sea.
Does the family name of Brown mean anything to him?
He's not saying. He says trade. Something about trade. He goes to trade.
What about the cotton economy? Or is this before then?
This is before the cotton. I don't know why, but I see barrels of liquor, like rum.
Not surprising, since there was a very lucrative rum economy in Pawtucket in early America. Ironworking and rum brewing.
He has a red rag on his head.
What does that red rag mean?
It had something to do with the ship he was on. He was there, in the corner. He's telling me, come. Where? Come where? He used to leave for long periods of time. I do believe he had children.
Is he aware of us being here tonight?
Yes,
How does he feel about that?
he's not upset. He wanted to show himself because he has been forgotten, he said.
Is he the little girl's father?
Anything about children being here?
There were a lot of children. I think he lost a child.
Certainly not uncommon back then. About 3 or 5 minutes, it would start up again, and somebody got an EVP that she's going to analyze. Recorded it, yes. So what's happening here?
Well, we saw a man.
You saw a
We
man?
saw a man
Where was he?
in the corner there.
It's the lady. No, I know what you mean. So he did see over here. Was he in motion or?
No, he was just standing there, and He was, I think, a little startled. He did realize we were here. It was almost like a break in the time-space continuum. But
Like he just kind of faded into reality, not necessarily a
Yes.
departed spirit, as we would think, but something out of time and out of space.
Yeah, I got that he was on a ship. He used to go out to sea a lot. I saw barrels of liquor and I think he said something about that he feels he's been forgotten.
Okay. I hope nobody's going upstairs where it's dangerous.
With where? The gray man. You've experienced the gray
When
man?
I was here with Carl, I was standing over there. I had somebody work a camera, because then the camera kept dying, and I was just standing there while Carl was explaining things, and I saw this big dark figure standing behind me, and I said, "Who's there?" I looked behind me, and I saw him walk away. He just got up and walked away like any other guy, like anybody, like. And he walked right through here, and he disappeared. The gray man could also be considered a kind of a shadow person too, because he doesn't say nothing. He just stands there and watches you and stares. He would stare you down till you feel uncomfortable to want to look back to see who's behind you. And I caught it at the corner of my eye, and he's like just standing there, staring me down. And I think I mentioned it to Kyle. I said there was a big, tall person behind me, dressed in dark, staring at me. And as soon as the gray man noticed that I noticed him, that's when he left. That's when he decided to leave. Kyle says that happens a lot in this room. And I believe it, because right now I feel like there's something watching me right now as we speak.
K2 was going off in this area earlier, but not now, but a little while ago.
It was?
Yep.
Yeah,
It went
that's
up
something
to-
here, that's why. And the only thing electric here is just the lights.
Yeah, it was just at this.
Yeah, I picked something up. What you did is you picked something up. That, you know, that's natural and normal for a K2 meter. If there's any kind of energy, regardless of what it is, it's gonna pick up something.